Carolina core. Berlin marched on to the semis, but their dream became a nightmare when they suffered at the hands of the same core, with the same result, elimination. Both teams could only watch as the Chicago Chimera became the first ever CGS World Champions. Reputations were in tatters. Today they start their fight back. It's EU Finals time.
From the beating heart of Europe, these White Knights of Gaming have come to slay the Swedish Dragon. It's 2007 EU champion, the Berlin Alliance. And from Scandinavia, it's the team that's been fully rebuilt and can't wait to flex its new muscles, the Stockholm Magnetics. Now, let's keep it going. Make it loud for Emma Griffiths.
Welcome to the 2008 Championship Gaming Series EU. I'm Emma Griffiths, and we are thrilled to be competing from the CGS Arena in Los Angeles. How about that? Today, the two most powerful teams in European gaming, the Berlin Alliance and the Stockholm Magnetic, go toe-to-toe. At stake is not only the title of Continental European Champion, but also a place in the CGS World Championships, where the winning team will have a chance to prove themselves the masters of the planet and capture a share of $1 million. Both teams are diverse, with gamers from every corner of Europe. But the one thing they all share is eye-popping talent. And here's what the teams are playing for: the most coveted trophy in global gaming. And now let's meet one of the world-class shoutcasters. He's one of our very own. It's Red Eye.
Thank you very much, Emma. And I'm also joined up here in the commentary booth by another world-class shoutcaster. It is none other than DJ Wee. How you doing?
Thanks, Red Eye. I'm doing great. Looking forward to this EU final, and we've got a lot of business to take care of, but let's do our first order of business.
Live from the arena, it's Dead or Alive 4. For the Berlin Alliance, she's got more kick in her than a bottle of peppermint schnapps. Livia Ternstra. And for the Stockholm Magnetic, a player whose mood is darker than a Swedish winter, Sophie Miss Breton.
Dead or Alive 4 is an intense one-on-one mixed martial arts showdown in which competitors try to knock out their opponents using kicks, punches, special moves, and counterattacks. Fighters also need to avoid the built-in dangers of the arenas where they battle, including passing cars, angry cheetahs, and exploding floors. If neither fighter has been knocked out by the end of the 1-minute round, the fighter with the most health left wins. The first warrior to win 5 rounds wins the match, but every winning round counts as 1 point towards the team's match total. Let's check out the characters they'll be playing with tonight. Lifia is competing as Kokoro, a young geisha who can go from a string of attacks directly into a throw without stopping to catch her breath. Miss is competing as La Mariposa, an advanced character who relies on rhythmic mix-ups and crippling throws, while making ingenious use of her walls and her environment to evade her opponents. I'm excited to see what we're going to see out of these two players here. As Lifia will start up.
Well, I was just going to say, I'm excited too, just to see the improvement that Leafia has made, because she's making a great show in this first round, and Jonas believes she has improved to the point she can take this game.
Well, I did have a chance to talk to her before all of the events took place, and she said that she was putting in a lot of practice. Will she be able to flip this score around? So far, looking good, but Miss is on a comeback trail. Stopped short by Leafia. She'll pick up first round.
A great first round as well. Very aggressive out of the blocks. Used the danger zones well. The stairs are there to be used, and Leafia used them in the first round. It's a great start for Berlin.
We're going to see what happens in round two, and you're absolutely right. Those stairs can be crucial on the map if your opponent's right next to them. And it looks like Leafia might be able to do it a second time. These characters will kind of move position, so either one is in danger of falling down here. Wow, great counter coming out by Miss, despite the fact that she does have the health disadvantage. If she can knock Leafia down the stairs, she would definitely be up, but Leafia is keeping the pressure on, and she'll take round two.
And there's not an ounce of anything on her face right now. There's no emotion in there. She's usually very emotional when she plays, but there's no emotion there. It's total dedication and total focus.
So after the first 2 rounds of Dead or Alive Female, the score is 2-0 in favour of Berlin. And we'll be finishing the remaining rounds of Dead or Alive when we come back, so make sure you stick around. Welcome back to the Continental EU Finals of the Championship Gaming Series. We're about to meet Stockholm's FIFA rookie Istvan, who blazed onto the scene and won the qualifier this year. He'll be taking on Berlin's established superstar Manya. But first, let's get back to our continuing match of Dead or Alive 4.
Welcome back. As the match resumes, it is currently 2-0 in favor of the Berlin Alliance.
Here we go with round number 3 then.
Round 3, we're going to see Leafia start off right away, kicking her opponent down the stairs, and now there is a smaller surface area to fight on here, so it does get a little bit more difficult, but Leafia's going to do the right thing as she sends her opponents down the stairs again. If she can keep this pressure up, she's certainly ready to be awarded a third round, Red Eye, and she'll do it.
No, come on! You are awesome, dear. You are awesome, and you know it.
I don't know. She said it was, but she doesn't tell me anymore. I don't know.
It's a great round from Leafia as well. There's a fantastic counter hold in there, just about 40% of health remaining. It was exactly the right time to execute it as Miss came in for the kill. She looked like she had the advantage, and then a brilliant counter hold which won her the round in the end, and she started off round 4 in a brilliant fashion with a down the stairs throw.
Yeah, right there, Miss has to figure out something to do to get out of that, to move her character out of position so that she's not constantly taking that danger damage, because it's certainly a part of Leafia's strategy right now. She'll get the ground hit as well. Ducks under that high kick, takes round 4, Red Eye.
This is absolutely astonishing.
Deep breath, and let's go. One more.
And now we get the smile. 4-0.
Come on, take one round.
Match point. Not just match point, 5 match points.
Very possible here. This is the 5th round and possible game point here for Leafia. She's going to immediately use a counter to move her opponent around, but we see a great counter from Miss. She'll put out some additional damage here. Great counter from Leafia, and she will now turn the tables and counterattack. Goes in for the low hit and the mid punch. Miss is going to come back in. She is stopped short by Leafia's counter, and she'll take it 5-0.
Hey, thanks.
The score is 5-0 in favor of the Berlin Alliance. And to put this score into perspective, let's take a look at how these points are awarded. Emma?
Here's how the CGS scoring system works. Every point by a player is added to the team's overall score, which is displayed at the bottom of the scoreboard. In FIFA 08, each goal is 1 point for a player's team. Any penalty shootout goals count as 1 point each. In Forza Motorsport 2, first place wins 4 points for the team, second place wins 2 points, and third place wins 1 point. In Dead or Alive 4, win a round, get a point. The first player to win 5 rounds wins the match, but the loser still earns a point for each round he wins. Counter-Strike source, the winner of each round gets 1 point. The first team to win 10 rounds wins the match, but there are important points at stake as the remaining rounds are played out. The key is that every point in every game contributes to a team's match total.
Live from the FIFA arena, it's FIFA 08. For the Stockholm Magnetic, the only time he's not thinking about soccer is when he's thinking about football. It's Jonas Istvan Salomonsen. And for the Berlin Alliance, there's no getting past this Berlin Wall. It's Rostislav Manjanovic.
FIFA 08 is a cutting-edge football game in which two competitors face off as their favourite national teams. Each match consists of 2 4-minute halves. The winner is the player with the most goals at the end of normal time, and every goal counts as 1 point towards the team's match total. Ties are settled in a penalty shootout, and these goals also count as 1 point towards the match total.
Berlin, are you ready? Stockholm, are you ready? Ready, set.
Matchup number 2 is FIFA 08 then, between Berlin Alliance and Stockholm Magnetic. Manja will be in the yellow tops, blue shorts, white socks as Brazil, and Istvan will be playing as England in the white tops, dark blue shorts and white socks. So Brazil-England matchup between these two players. They have met before in non-CGS competition, actually kind of CGS competition, as we've got a strike here at the start of the goal, and that is an incredible start from Istvan.
Very good.
Well, 27 seconds into the first half, strike down low to the left, and Istvan uses Darren Bent perfectly to score the opening goal in FIFA 08. They've got one back already.
Very good.
Great start. I was about to say they've already met before, which was actually at the Combine, which Istvan ended up winning, and he beat Manja in that game as well. So he has some form with this guy, and remember, Manja's unbeaten. He's played 3-1-3 in CGS history, never beaten before, and he gets another chance at the other end of the field, and that was incredibly close from Manja from the header, 5 yards out, and it was just a few millimetres wide.
Red, I've heard nothing but great things about these players on an international level, and I feel really lucky that I'm getting to see these two battle it out here.
It is great to see how they play FIFA 08 between these two. Manja, of course, last year won the Berlin MVP award for his performance against his twin brother in the European Continental Final. He won that 9-8 on penalties. Istvan, the second chance here, inside his own box. It was just about robbed away from him, though. And somehow Manja managed to get that one away, but again, Istvan looking very dangerous inside that box. Ball is played long once more. Rooney's in an offside position. Well, goalkeeper does exceptionally well to block that one with his legs.
Come on.
And Manja is living really dangerously, DJB.
Yeah, he is, and it's a little bit surprising, but, well...
Chance here, right at the near post. That was had to be put out for a corner kick from Istvan. It's going to be taken quickly. It's a short corner. Robinho now, far side, chips it into the back post. Goalkeeper will collect, though. And David James, well,
you got that.
6'5" frame. He's not going to be beaten over the top of his head like that. Darren Beck now plays the ball forward, pops back towards Lampard in the midfield. He checks once, then decides to play it all the way back to Ferdinand. And Cole is a sort of central defensive position, rather unusual position to find him. But he does have decent pace. So Terry is actually in the right back position, which is another unusual position to find him in. He'll combine with his Chelsea teammate and then plays the ball through to Rooney.
Fantastic passing that we're seeing here over on Manja's side of the field, and if Istvan keeps this up, I won't be surprised to see a second goal in the first half.
Little ball over the top has found Ronaldinho in a little bit of space here as well. He's got one man streaming forward alongside him, but might not need him here. Well, he's going to force the corner. It's actually Cole that it's come back off, who's taken up his more customary left-back position now. Robinho into the corner, chipped in towards the back of the... stunning header! And we're all tied up at 1-1. It was a great header from some 12 yards out. Yeah, Istvan shaking her head. Needs to get his head back into the game. Yeah, I think both players will expect to maybe concede one, maybe even concede two and still end up trying to score three. I mean, that's just the way it has to be in FIFA. As we've played 2 minutes and 30 seconds in this first half, Manya 1, Istvan 1. Berlin Alliance tied up in FIFA 08. They lead 6-1 overall in the match franchise score. Gilberto Silva now coming forward for Manya from deep. Long play forward. That's a fairly speculative effort from somewhere in the region of 45 yards out. And I guess worth a try. Thumped forward by Ferdinand. It's a searching ball. And, wow, somehow it's managed to find an England shirt. Rooney now. Lennon on the far side. Rooney's just inside him. Has lost out to Diego in that left-back position.
Well played.
And now John Terry gets the ball forward. He's foraging forward as well. Plays that off a Brazilian defender. Oh, actually, no, it's been given the way of the Brazilian in the end. Just inside the half.
Find some space. There you
forward.
go. Nice and easy.
Far side is Robinho. It's just going to run out of play, unfortunately. A little bit too long. But they're the kind of balls that he's going to need if he's going to try and cut open this England defence. They aren't the fastest defence in FIFA 08, that's for sure. So always trying to exploit that one. Darren Bent now looking for Rooney. Rooney with a long train. A good shot from Rooney. It was fierce, it was stinging, but the goalkeeper always looked favourite to claim that one. Last 20 seconds of the half. It has been a very interesting first half between these two, and nice to get a couple of early goals. It seems to have settled them both as well, and gives them a chance now to put something together here with Manya. Ronaldinho just on the edge of the box.
Nice, Rusty.
Into the box was Kaka waiting for that ball. But Istvan can now plat away. 5 seconds remaining of the half. And I think Istvan might even be just a tad little bit disappointed at going in at 1-1 at the break.
There you go.
You think?
I think he may be. I think he might feel that having scored the early goal, it would have been nice to have capitalised on it. He had a couple of other chances. And just maybe could have had the lead going in, but not to be.
Well, considering that Stockholm is down by 5 points, Red, you know, a tie at this point is almost as good as a win.
1-1 it is then at half-time. Getting into our second half in just a while. Your assessment of that first half, though, DJ Wheat?
You know, I just have to say that Istvan's footwork and passing just seemed to be phenomenal. He had a one-up over Manya, but at the same time, it is 1-1. So, obviously, it's anyone's game.
Manya then looking to repeat his success of last season. And a long-range effort from Istvan. You'll see a few of those. He's very, very good from sort of 30 yards, 35 yards out. You get him into that sort of position, left side or right side of that penalty box, and he will try his luck from that kind of distance with those curling long-range shots. And believe me, I've seen him score from there plenty of times. 40 seconds gone in this second half. Manya 1, Istvan 1. Just a reminder for you, the yellow tops, blue shorts, white socks are those of Manya, controlling Brazil. Istvan is playing as England in their traditional home tops, white, dark blue shorts and white socks. And a ridiculous set of coloured boots if your name's Ashley Cole, it seems, as well. Now, Rooney with the ball for Istvan. Far side, a little bit of trickery. Nice few back heels and step overs. Now Rooney accelerates into the box, plays the ball across that goal. It's played back in towards the box, again cleared away though. Manya finds some space now up front. Holds the ball up well. Has a chance to plan out wide and does so now. One man waiting, two men in arriving inside the box. And that's a rather poor cross in the end. And that'll be a goal kick. So a short pass out from the back. It's a long pass up front. And goalkeeper will come out and pick that one up. I thought he was going to actually handle that one. In the end, he just thumps it away, and we have a bit of goalkeeper tennis going on from one end of the pitch to the other. Finally, it settles down with Istvan now. A third inside Manya territory. The ball breaks for him right now. In midfield, Gilberto Silva, Alano, out to Diego left-hand side. Cut out once more by Istvan, and he can now counter with Neil Lennon on the far side. Little ball inside. It was would look like a clumsy challenge there, but, well, Manya's got away with it. That was through ball not completed. And now John Terry at the back. Oh, that's a sloppy ball away. He's given the ball away here, and they're 3v3. Manya with a chance now. desperately trying to get back on terms, and Ferdinand sorts it all out. Great defending again from Istvan to recover from the mistake. But Manya again finds another ball. He's found space on the far side here with Diego. Little ball inside was too early. Goalkeeper was nowhere near and should have done better with it. But nevertheless, now it's a counter-attack from Istvan. Rooney far side. Can't get the first ball in. Goes for the second one and can't complete that one either. It's got a little bit scrappy, DJ Wheat.
Yeah, it has. It seemed like there was definitely an opportunity. There could be a chance here, Red.
Yeah, Darren bent with the ball on the edge of the box, but again, Manya will find a way out of the hole at the back. And that'll run out of play, I'm pretty sure. Well, just about kept in, actually, by Gerrard, just to prove me wrong. It was actually Gary Neville that kept it in. And now Gerrard surges forward. Not the fastest player in FIFA 08. What do we got here? 49 seconds remaining of the second half. And a chance here. Darren bent to the back post! Oh, how did that not go back inside that goal net? Here's the replay. Look, the goalkeeper knew absolutely nothing about it. It might as well have smacked him in the face from that range.
It looked like there was about 5 feet to the left of the keeper open, but he decided to gun right for the keeper.
Indeed. A strike from 18 yards out was by Lampard. Usual kind of distance from him. To no avail. Smacked into the back of one of the Brazilians. Manya just plays that ball forward and asks a little bit too much of Ronaldinho. Clearance is over the half. Manya picking the ball up once more. Istvan back again, is tackled in the midfield. Lampard able to sort this one out, plays a short ball out towards Lennon. Still looking for a pass into the ball. There's that long-range shot I was talking about. Wow. And they really are powerful stingers. Goalkeeper parrying it away. He's changed the player of usage for this corner. He's used Lampard instead. It's a curling corner right into the near post and very dangerous indeed. And Manya can sort it out with a good header away. Now has a break of his own. 2v3 here. Ronaldinho down into the corner. Time is officially up. We are at the end of the FIFA game. And a reminder, if we're tied up at the end of this match, when the final whistle blows, we will go to penalties. Rooney now for Istvan, looking for the winner, trying to get his franchise back into this game. Powers his way out to 20 yards out. Good ball inside, couldn't complete the final ball. And now it'll fall to Ronaldinho. Surely the whistle is going to blow, but Manya now has a chance at the end of this game. Is there one final twist to come in this European Continental final? Well, that's played off an England defender. They will get a corner kick. Played short. Diego back onto the 6-yard box, and that'll be picked out of the air by David James. And I'm pretty sure now the referee will be checking his virtual watch. One more chance perhaps for Istvan then. Seem to be having an awful lot of injury time at the end of this second half. And I don't remember that being that many injuries. Yeah, I remember one. And a chance here right at the end of the game for Istvan has blasted it straight at the goalkeeper. And still the referee doesn't blow the whistle. And still there is hope for either team. And now Manya will now have another attack. This game is incredible. Long ball in towards the box. Again, bounces back out to Gilberto Silva. 25 yards out. Diego now into the corner. Checks back once. Looks for another shot. Oh! Sensational goal from Manya!
Oh my God! What the hell is that? Great save now. Good job. What the hell is that?
I can't lose. I can lose it on stage. I can't lose it.
Would you believe it? From the edge of the penalty box in the final minute of the game. And Manya goes huge for the Berlin Alliance. They can't believe it. We can't believe it. I don't even think Manya can believe it. 3-0 before he came into this one. And he picks up a 4th consecutive win in the Championship Gaming Series.
Long.
That's right. You were a lot better than him, though.
An incredible game of FIFA 08. Fantastic start by that man, but it's gone the way of Manya. Berlin Alliance lead by a massive 7-1. Up next, we've got Counter-Strike Battle to the Death. Welcome back to the Championship Gaming Series EU Final. Berlin Alliance and Stockholm Magnetic are fighting it out to be crowned the EU champions. But that's only the beginning.
Gaming is truly an international sport, and that's why the Championship Gaming Series is a global gaming league. While the UK and EU gamers have been battling it out in their second season, drafts and competitions have been going on all over the world. And the team who wins the UK and EU finals will be going on to the CGS World Championships later in the series, when they'll take on the best teams from Europe, North America, Asia and Latin America in a battle for true world gaming domination. Until then, you can keep up with the status of all the regions at sky.com/CGS. Welcome back to the Championship Gaming Series EU, Europe's biggest gaming contest of the year. The top-ranked Berlin Alliance is locked in battle with the courageous Stockholm Magnetic. The prize is nothing less than the Continental European title and a guaranteed spot in the World Finals. At the moment, it's still anybody's game with 3 events to go. And Counter-Strike Source is up next. The score is 7-1 in favour of Berlin. Farouk, take us into battle.
Live in the PC arena, it's Counter-Strike Source. From Germany, meet Europe's most merciless mercenaries. It's the Berlin Alliance. And here to serve up a smorgasbord of suffering, it's the Stockholm Magnetic.
Counter-Strike Source is a first-person shooter that pits 2 5-man teams against each other. A team of counter-terrorists versus a team of terrorists. Each round, the terrorist goal is to plant and detonate a bomb. The counter-terrorist goal is to defuse their bomb. Another effective way to win a round is for either team to eradicate all members of the opposite team. The game is split into 2 halves, consisting of 9 rounds each, and each round lasts 80 seconds. At half-time, the terrorists and counter-terrorist teams switch roles. The first team to win 10 rounds wins the game, but every winning round counts as 1 point towards the team's match total. Let's take a look at these teams and their Counter-Strike Source lineups. First up is Berlin Alliance with Blaze, Fiflauren, Mike, Olander, and Zershin. Their general manager, of course, is Jonas BSL Viken. They go head-to-head with the guys in the yellow from Stockholm Magnetic. And they line up like this: Newman, Ferris, and Giftig, along with Haz, Red, and Sparkle, led by their legendary CS man, Emil Heaton Christensen. And here is the map these guys will be playing. Inferno is a Mediterranean villa complex that challenges both teams equally. The bomb sites are located within a maze of staircases, alleys, and small rooms that keep combat full of surprises. Because there are more points of entry into the B bomb site, it's the hottest point of conflict inside the map.
Berlin, are you ready? Stockholm, are you ready? Ready, set, begin the match.
So, Counter-Strike Source then. A real test for Stockholm Magnetic. They find themselves 7-1 down. The big point swinger so far this year in the Championship Gaming Series is this very game. Counter-Strike Source and DJ Wheat, they need a big result.
Yeah, and it's really going to be up to Stockholm to step up this and try to earn some of those points back.
We also have a couple of other strands of the story, as it were, as we go through. One of which is the interesting and eclectic mix of players in the Berlin Alliance team. They have 2 Dutch players and 3 Swedes. Communication? I don't think the Swedes are going to be learning Dutch, and I don't think the Dutch are going to be using Swedish, that's for sure. So it'll be interesting to see how they match up. It'll also be interesting to see how the late replacement Giftig will work inside that Stockholm team. He's been in and around that team anyway, so he's going to know how they play. But nevertheless, they're the subplots to how these matches play out. We're deep inside the first round. Only got about 35 seconds remaining right now. And they don't seem to have committed one way or the other just yet, DJ Wheat, these Stockholm players.
It's a little surprising, actually, Red. Typically, especially considering the round time being 80 seconds, we see faster pushes, but they want to make sure that they go with perfection in round number 1.
Yep, 20 seconds remaining. We'll get the push right now. As you see, 1, 2, 3, 4, all moving in towards the bomb site here, and all hell breaks loose. Giftig and Red combined. Zershi with 2 big frags in on Sparkle and Ferris, and that should just about lock it down, although Giftig right now is searching around. He's trying to find that other man. He's been joined by a teammate here, and I think they might have actually opened this bomb site up. They've got that bomb down and planted. It's now all down to the 3 men from Berlin. Zershi with 1. Red finally shutting that nuisance down that was Zershi. He already had 3 frags in the round, and still, one more man to find. Is he in the corner? Yes, he is. Lara goes in for the kill.
Come on!
Nice, boys!
It is currently 8-1 overall as the first round falls the way of Berlin Alliance. Great round, DJ Wheat.
Fantastic round. You know, Stockholm went in there. They were patient. They did make it into the A. They got the bomb down. They just unfortunately didn't have enough men to defend. And I think that Berlin did a great job capitalizing and capturing that bomb site back.
See what they get up to in round number 2. See whether we get any of these faster pushes. But as DJ Wheat rightly said, they were very patient last round. Then a bit of more of an insertion here this time round on the banana walkway. Meanwhile, they're also watching these back halls, and they've split the team into, looks like a 2-3 here. 2 up on the banana, 3 up inside this. Rivers Ferris pops that grate inside the apartment till, therefore knows there's one there. There goes the smoke. The flash will follow. That was the light that you saw enlighten that hallway. Meanwhile, Mike has already taken down Sparkle. And are we going to get the rotation? Yes, we are.
I don't have to see
So,
the spawn. Can we see the spawn? I'm staying
Berlin
here.
have a man advantage here in round number 2.
Yeah, I'm back
And finally, their bomb man has joined the rest of the party, as in with his teammates as they move in towards this goldfish pond. And Berlin, I don't think they've hidden the thing. They have. Oh, they've boosted one up into the back of the site as well. Zershi picks up one. Fifth Laren with a second. They were sandwiched by a couple of kills from Stockholm as well. Red, though, is completely blinded here and has had to back away for a moment. Finally gets himself back in towards this bomb site as Giftig picks up one. Giftig picks up another one. And Giftig now going really big for Stockholm. It's not going to make any difference, though. They are going to run down and out of time.
Focus on
So
the first.
let's just explain what happened at the end of that round, just if you were a little bit confused as to why Berlin was celebrating. It was because the time had run out for Stockholm. So even though they got a couple of kills towards the end of that round, they survived the round. And remember, they either have to get that bomb or eliminate all of the other team.
Yeah, I just wanted to also point out that stack in the back. It did yield 1 kill. It was an interesting strategy. I thought that it was going to get a lot more, but unfortunately he was only able to take down 1.
Yeah, there's another one of those little boost spots on the big site, which is over at the B-bomb site, which typically can be used by the counter-terrorists as well, the Cadrid spot, so-called. As Blaze goes huge for the Alliance here in round number 3. They're already 2 up. He's already picked up 2 in a round. Olander gets shut down by Haz, though, as Mike now will just wait for anyone to push into that bomb site. We're seeing the back hallways here, where Berlin have a 1-man advantage. Stockholm haven't been able to make a decent push into that big site. Instead, what they've done is they've gone to the open site with the goldfish pond in, as Giftig again showing he has great aim in this game. He really does. And they can get the bomb down again, and now they've got another chance to pick up a round, and surely they've got to convert one of these.
And both times that Giftig has been in this situation, he's had a very minimal amount of health, so his survivability is phenomenal.
So here we go. They push in towards the site right now. Checking left, right, and centre. Haven't found anyone so far. They've finally, well, they actually think they're down by the ruins, and indeed they are, as Giftig picks up another. Oh! Has picks up the second on Blaze. And Stockholm's get one back.
Great job there by Magnetic that round. They just got the job done. They did what they need to do. I would expect that momentum to let them pick up a couple more rounds here on the attacking side.
So as we move into round 4, Berlin leading by 2-1. Generally, it's accepted that it's a lot easier to defend this particular side. It's very much a bias towards CT, the counter-terrorist side, or the defenders, depending on which way you want to look at it. And typically you can see wins of 6-3, 7-2, sometimes even 8-1 on here, and still see the other team come back in the second half. So every round that Stockholm pick up is going to be it's going to be huge for them when they switch round. So don't get too upset if you're a Stockholm fan right now, because they're not out of this by a long way. Although Fifth Laren is doing a good job of making that absolutely what they're out of. And Zershinin with 2 as well. Red, the only man that's standing right now, and the only man that's putting up any resistance in this round, is shut down by Fifth Laren, who goes huge.
Really nice.
And it's currently 8-2.
Guys, you rock, come on.
As we said at the top of this game, we have 3 Swedes and 2 Dutch, and I guess the only language they could use, other than Counter-Strike language, is definitely English. So working out well for them so far. They lead by 3-1, and their strategies in defense have been pretty solid.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And, you know, just pointing out, as we heard there in between, there are a few different languages going on there, and it can't be easy, especially with the international mix-up that they've got.
So some defense being set here by Berlin in the back hallways. And that smoke deployed just to stop any Stockholm push that they think might be coming this way. They haven't really tried this site just yet. And we've seen 4 rounds where they've all, well, 3 rounds where they've pushed to the A-bomb site, a 4th where they kind of didn't know which bomb site they wanted to go to and ran out of time. But nevertheless, here comes the big push. Ferris in with a 1, Has in with a 2nd one, and they have now pushed onto this big bomb site up at B. Has with another 1 after Ferris. That's a huge round from this pair. They've made a great insertion into that big bomb site, and that bomb has been planted and will now be detonating almost for sure as Sparkle locks out a clean sweep for Stockholm Magnetic.
That attack on the B-bomb site by Stockholm was phenomenal. I was actually worried for them that Berlin was going to sandwich them as they were coming into B, but they knew, they expected that. They took off, they split, they took out both those guys and had easy access to the site.
Yeah, it's almost as well. I think there was some good work from Berlin. They almost expected Stockholm to go to the big bomb site at B, because they had that early rotation where they were trying to flank down Banana as well. So interesting scratch from both sides as Mike picks up the early kill in this particular round. We're at 3-2 right now in favour of Berlin Alliance. They still have the advantage in the franchise match by 10-3, but Stockholm can just add another couple more rounds this half. You'd fancy them to take this match.
Yeah.
Mike picking up another one. That's 2 of the round. 2 down, 3 to find. As looks like we're going to get a final push now from Stockholm. Now it's starting to run out of time as Zersh nails Ferris down on that banana walkway. Has picks up the kill, this time in on Zersh, and they're moving towards that bomb site, but ever so slowly, and they're starting to run out of time again. 12 seconds. Got to get this bomb planted. Red is picked up that frag on Fifth Laren as well. Blazing on Has. That'll leave last man standing, but they did manage to get that bomb planted. So even if Red goes down here, they are going to pick up the money at least. But Olander makes no mistake that time round. Easy defeat.
Okay, you're off, Miller. Awesome.
Good job, guys.
Brad, they just did a great job with that. Again, they knew what they had to do to re-attack the
I want a good spawn. 4-2, Berlin leading. And despite a couple of sloppy rounds, they're just starting to pull things back together again. They'll realise the importance of making sure they maximise the round advantage whilst they're on the defence on counter-terrorist.
And, you know, it could be argued if the rounds were sloppy. I mean, maybe one of them. I think Stockholm does deserve some props, some recognition for at least one of the T-sided rounds. And, you know, sometimes when your opponents make mistakes, it's the best time to jump on it.
Good point. Maybe I'm being a bit mean to Stockholm. It doesn't matter though, because you've got a supporter up here in DJ Wing. Blaze with 1. Olander picks up a 2nd one. Ferris and Red, both the men taken down. Great work again on that stairway. Olander being a little bit more defensive, playing at the quad position down on the left-hand side away from the big bomb site. As he will now flash that mid-area. He's not actually working towards that mid. I wonder if Olander might decide to come back round and try and track these guys, but they are starting to move towards the bomb site. There's only 3 of them right now as well, as the grenade goes through. Oh, great position from Mike. They didn't check to the right-hand side. Mike will pick up 1. Zersh will pick up the 2nd one. They get the 3rd? No, not quite. Giftig will finally go down. Great cross work there from Berlin Alliance. I mean, you can stand wherever you like, obviously, in the bomb sites, but if you stand in the right place and you let players go past, you shoot them in the back, and then that makes them look at you, and then your other player ducks out behind them and then shoots them in the back, that's just really, really good communication. And, you know, many people wondered how they'd communicate. Well, I think the answer is clear. They're doing it well. Well into round 8. Stockholm down by 5-2. And slightly different strat here. Already managed to get one down there into the ruins area. Now, that could be interesting because they've got a man here at the generator. You see Berlin Alliance have got one. Is Mike, and downs both players. Now, has he managed to work out that there's another man inside that ruins area? Sparkle's already gone back. He's made the call. Ferris in with 2 kills as well. And here it is. Mike rotates brilliantly to pick up his 3rd frag of the round. They've got 1 man remaining, which is Sparkle. And he's now going to have to try and get that bomb down. It's actually Ferris, my mistake. Ferris will now have to pick up that bomb and get it into the bomb site, as Mike is already having a wonderful round here with 3 on the board and looking for a 4th. Now, I'm going to come back to DJ Wheat at the end of this round because he'll explain what that man just did right there when he pretended to plant the bomb. Mike will wait and be patient. He'll get 4 men in the round and he'll get the defuse. Fantastic round from him. But the fake defuse, DJ Wheat.
Yeah, the fake
plant.
Right. The philosophy is pretty simple. You act like you're putting the bomb down, force your opponents out, and then try to take them out. Unfortunately, it didn't work quite as he wanted that to.
So, can Stockholm just pop another one onto the scoreboard? If they can, it could be a big round for them. 6-3 or 7-2. It's a 2-round swing in this final round. Berlin have set themselves. You see on the picture right now, waiting patiently. No push yet from Stockholm. Here's Ferris though, just starting to make the creep. Checks that little cubby hole. 2 men in the mid area as well right now, and that flash came over. There's another one. They've avoided them so far. There's a grenade. They've avoided that one too. Now, here goes the flash into the quad area. They've popped one out. There's a second one, and a 3rd one. Fantastic teamwork. Great timing from Stockholm all the way through that middle area. Has shuts down 5th Lauren as well, and Sparkle comes in on Mike. And now they've got a 4v1. Fantastic teamwork, and the bomb is now planted. Advantage Stockholm in the 9th round.
That was fantastic teamwork, Red, and you can see here it's going to be very difficult for Berlin to win that one in a big pickup round for Stockholm. I don't know, maybe he'll do it.
Well, you never know. This is one of the new players for the Berlin Alliance, Zershin. Has already picked up one, can't pick up the second. Giftig shuts him down. And it's a good end for Stockholm. They do pick up that 3rd round. So 6-3 overall in that first half to Berlin Alliance. Your thoughts on the first half, DJ?
You know, first half was pretty much what I expected. Berlin came out, they got the rounds on the CT side. Now it's going to have to switch, and we'll see what happens.
The Berlin Alliance at halftime in Counter-Strike Source lead by 6-3 and 13-4 overall in the franchise match.
Giftig for Stockholm, and probably, I would say, Mike and Zershin for Alliance. Both those players did very, very well in the first half, and I'm going to be very curious to see how Giftig will now perform on the CT side. And, of course, Mike had some great setups on the A-bomb side. On the defending side, be curious to see how he does on the terrorist side. It looks like round 1 of the second half has begun.
Indeed it has. Thank you very much, Mr. Wheat. We will come back to you towards the end of this this round and just check up on those players. And I agree, it's very interesting to see how these players worked out. It was a great first half. Actually, a good first half from both teams. And, you know, be interested to see what Stockholm have got in their locker in the defence and see what sort of strats Berlin have got. It's a great little mix of players here. And interesting to see how this one works out. We're already a long way into this first round, 40 seconds remaining. And we've got one man sitting at the bench in mid right now, which is Mike. And seems to be relatively alone here as well. There's going to be a push towards squad. Red will be waiting for it. Down to 1, 2, 3 in a row from Red. And doesn't he just have the best nickname ever?
Yes.
3 in a row from Red. Ferris with the other 2. And it'll be say goodnight for Berlin Alliance. Great work from Red.
We've got to take a quick break now, but do not go far. The climax of this event is yet to come. And a dead or alive bare-knuckle bout between Stockholm's rookie Skatten Miller and the barbarian from Berlin, known as the Tactical.
Let's take a look at that match summary then. First up, dead or alive female between Berlin and Stockholm. And Miss was confused, whilst Lufia was happy. A 5-0 thrashing for the New Zealand lady of Berlin Alliance. Next up, it was FIFA 08. And Manya, after going a goal down to the brilliant Istvan, found his way back into the game via a header, and then sensationally pulled off a brilliant late winner to take the game 2-1. That took us into Counter-Strike Source, where the matchup was expected to be gritty, and it has been so far. Berlin leading over the Stockholm Magnetic with some great play by Mike. Great work from Red. He's their franchise player as well. It's worth mentioning that. He's the man that they protected before they protected anyone else on that Stockholm Magnetic team. So showing his worth in that first round of the second half. That'll pull them back to 6-4. Berlin right now in round 2 have decided to stack that car at the top of the banana walkway. Banana walkway so-called because it's shaped like a banana. Not so much in this game, but it was in the previous one. Gifting again, going huge and getting another pistol shot at the start of this round. And that leaves last man standing, this man on your screen, David Olander Pearson. Has to move into that bomb site on his own, completely locked down. I was about to say, look at all four of them. They were swarming around him.
Fortsätt hålla full fokus nu!
Well, I don't speak a lot of Swedish, but I reckon he just said, I want full focus now.
That sounds like a good death.
It was pretty quick. It was pretty close, wasn't it? If it wasn't, I'd say that that's probably good advice for them right now as well. 2-0 up this half, and as we said before, if you remember back to that first half, the advantages with the counter-terrorists on this map, the defenders on the map. Now the advantages have switched to Stockholm. They were 6-3 down at the half. They've already won the opening 2 rounds, and they've closed up the franchise match, which is why you can't count out the team in yellow right now.
Yeah, and they are doing just as good on the defense as they did on the offense, Red Eye.
So Berlin going to mix something up a little bit here. They tried to get into this open site a couple of times. Hasn't worked out for them. The open site being at A. You'll notice there's just no cover in there whatsoever. Just goldfish swimming about in the pond. And the big site, so-called because it is the bigger of the 2 sites, and it's the closed bomb site, if you like, as well, because it has the overhang at the barn, as Haz rages in with a grenade into that bomb site. They've got that bomb down finally. As we now join Haz. It's 4v2 as well, so Berlin are up at, well, I've got the 2-man advantage here, so Stockholm up against it. They've let that bomb get planted. Mike's taken down Haz. Ferris picks up one. Oh, picks up a second one as well. Fifth Laren. Can he get a third? Not quite. And Zershin finally brings glory to Berlin in round 3.
First duel, guys. Take the first duel.
That was an exceptional entry into the A bomb site. Not only did they attack from the front, but they also attacked from the flank, and it's very difficult to do, and they pulled it off quite nicely.
They certainly did. They got a man into the ruins area at the back of that bomb site, as well as the men in the front, and it worked out perfectly for them. Hasn't worked out quite so perfect this time, as Stockholm have gone a little bit more aggressive on that banana walkway. They pushed 2 there, and Sparkle was one of them. They've already claimed 2 frags as well. Another man completely blind in that hallway right now, as Stockholm have to back away. There was a flash and a smoke employed out there. They've thrown a grenade in over the top, and I don't think that actually did all that much damage. We'll have to wait and see. Olander, yeah, just lost around about 19 points of health there, because I think that grenade fell over the top of his head and went around the corner. He got very lucky with that, that's for sure. Still, they are in a position here to try and move in towards that bomb site. Olander picks up one. Red, though, picks up Blaze. Has shuts down Olander. Game on. There is Sparkle on your screen. The main AWP player, AWPer, sniper, call it what you want, for the Stockholm Magnetic. 14-7 overall. Counter-Strike Source sits at 7-6 in favour of Berlin Alliance. No push so far. Looks like Berlin were going to try something a little bit different then, and have decided not to, so wait until they've committed one way or the other. Here we go with another push down the banana walkway this time as well. So they've had 3 down this way. They sent, actually, this is going to be a really, really big push from Berlin. Stockholm are not going to know what's hit them, although Giftig was waiting. They traded, exchange fire between the 2 of them. Sparking him with 2 massive shots before finally Fifth Laren sorts out the nuisance that was Sparkle at the back of the bomb site. And Mike was having none of that, and he shut down Haz in the meantime. They've got 2v2 here, and the bomb in hand. Now, is that bomb going to get planted? Oh, he went and planted exactly the wrong time as Red picks up the frag, and now Berlin are up against it. as Stockholm now have the advantage. Flash goes in, and now this last man standing is Fiflaren inside that bomb site. Tries to pick up the bomb, and Ferris will win the round.
You know, if they could keep this momentum going, Red Eye, they're certainly going to put themselves back into contention here. Stockholm has now had 4 rounds here on this half, and we've still got 4 left to go. So,
yep, 4 more rounds to go, and you'd fancy if they can pick up 4 rounds here and end this one 11-7, get their team right back into this, heading into Dead or Alive 4 Male and Forza Motorsport 2, our last 2 matchups of this particular match.
And it'd be a little bit of payback from last year.
And it would be payback from last year, that's for sure. They went into that hot favourites last year to win that Counter-Strike source as well, and ended up losing 10-8. It was one of the more controversial picks by the GM BSL, who was repaid in kind. Sparkle again, causing all sorts of problems for Berlin Alliance as they try and go into that open site at B. Has got one as well. Now bomb strapped to the back of Zertian. Blaze has picked up one. Did he pick that one up going to the A-bomb site? I didn't quite spot where that one was. I think that might have been in the back hallways, but nevertheless, well, this is interesting now because Berlin have actually made their way into the open bomb site. They're going to run out of time here, surely, because the bomber actually was left over on the far side of the map on the banana walkway. Yeah, that's a terrible mistake.
It's my theory that it was a very well orchestrated attempted fake that actually failed. I believe that they were trying to make it look like they were planning at B, but the bomb was actually headed to A.
That pulls Stockholm ahead in the Counter-Strike, 8-7. And I've got a feeling well, no, actually not quite yet, but it did look as if Berlin were running a little short of cash that last round. I don't think they'll want to lose too many more rounds. Now, this is going to be a very aggressive strat from Berlin. Are we going to see it executed quickly? Yes, we are. Zertian with 1. Ferris, though, with the reply. We're back to 4v4. Flashes, grenades, they'll all go out here. Mike picks up that grenade, killing the sandpit with Ferris going down, and they've managed to make their way all the way into the graveyard at the back of this closed bomb site. And have now got an advantage here of 1 man, and the bomb is now planted. Oh, Mike at point-blank range destroys Gifted, and Zertian in with another one. Say hello back to the Berlin Alliance.
Great job! Great job, guys! Great job!
That close-range shot from Mike was awesome. In fact, we've got that one right now for you. Look at this. Oh, spin round. See ya.
And that was actually, considering that they went for a 5-man rush through the apartments, I'm surprised that Stockholm wasn't a little bit more ready for that. You saw the one guy leave the apartments. I thought they would litter that with grenades, and Berlin did very well.
They did an extraordinary job in getting out there. I always found it hard as well when I played this game. If you send 5 men through that hallway, all trying to pile through there at the same time, and then they throw a grenade in and you're all trying to get out of the way. I mean, it's bedlam in there. Somehow, Berlin Alliance have got it through and managed to get all 4 men into the bomb site and shut them down as well. Worked brilliantly, and we're tied up at 8-8 in the Counter-Strike source. And that's a really big round for Berlin because they can't now lose it by 11-7, which would be a 4-point swing. The most they can lose by now is 2, and that would be 10-8. So huge round for them. It does make a big difference. Olander shutting down Red in that middle area. And that leaves these 2 Berlin players to try and get inside this bomb site right now, as Has got one of them. No, he didn't get either of them, so I don't quite know where the other player was. Sparkle, though, long range with that AWP again, has managed to pick up the frag on Fiflaren. Did they get the bomb planted? Yes, they did get the bomb planted. So we have the detonation. Oh! Has pops in, and he will get that defused. Good round from Stockholm. They now lead by 9-8.
Good job! Come on now!
Not even one, boys.
This is the chance to start the comeback. I mean, they've already done it here in CS, but they solidify this round. Not only do they get the win, but they are well on their way.
Absolutely. They'll be just 4 points behind heading into Dead or Alive 4, where the new man, the rookie, Scan Miller, will be up next for Stockholm Magnetic, and what a huge responsibility for him. Blaze. Oh, Fiflaren's made an awful mistake in the hallway and has taken out his own teammate with a headshot. And Red has also taken out Mike now, and that's left them with 3 men. Make that 2, make that 1, and Red going through them like a hot knife through butter. Only 1 man remaining now, and he is the team killer, Fiflaren. 3v1, and if ever there was a time, well, if you're not going to clutch in a Championship Gaming Series match, when are you going to clutch? 3v1. And the answer is never, because red will lock the win down for the Stockholm Magnetic.
Let's go.
Great victory and revenge for Stockholm Magnetic. DJ Wheat said it earlier on. They wanted that revenge.
Guys, go over and thank them
They've
for the game.
got that revenge with a 10-8 win.
Just seeing both these two teams play here, I'm excited to see one of them advance to the World Championships to face the other talent in the world. Both teams did phenomenal. Congratulations to Stockholm for the win.
Well, they pick up an extra 2 points, which does prove to be very useful coming into this franchise fourth matchup. 15-11 is our current score. The Berlin Alliance still lead, and it's time to get down and dirty with our next event. Here's Farouk.
Live in the arena, it's Dead or Alive 4. For the Berlin Alliance, he's the German Shepherd who's trained to attack, Rudolph the Tactical Fischer. And for the Stockholm Magnetic, he trained Berlin's DOA female, and he's about to school her male counterpart, Nicholas Scantamila Lagerborg.
The Tactical is competing as Ryu Hayabusa, a versatile ninja who has the unique ability to dodge and counterattack at the same time. Ryu can also execute the skull-shattering Azuna drop. Scantamila is competing as Kokoro, a young geisha who can go from a string of attacks directly into a throw without stopping to catch her breath.
Berlin, are you ready? Stockholm, are you ready? Ready, set, fight!
Seems to me like another opportunity here for Stockholm to bring some rounds back in their favor, but it's going to be a fight to the finish, Red. That is
Absolutely.
no doubt.
Yeah, absolutely right.
The first blocks come out here in favor of Scantamila. He does a great job there. You can see him blocking the hits of his opponent, the Tactical, and it's going back and forth here. Finally, the Tactical using that wall to his advantage, keeps his opponent up in the air with that juggle, throws in the delayed hit, and takes his first round.
Yeah, great first round as well. Using Hayabusa perfectly on this particular location as well. Crash Club, I think, is a really dangerous place to be playing Hayabusa. I know he can't get quite the height that he'd want to with the Azuna drops, but just the extra damage around that arena makes him a deadly, deadly character to be using.
I would expect maybe Scantamila to, if he gets in that situation again, to really try to pull out the counters of Kokoro. And already he's going to start off with a brutal combo here and continue it. The counter into the Azuna drop coming out by the Tactical. But it is Scantamila who does have the health advantage here. And there it is, the counter. If he keeps utilizing those counters, he's probably got a good shot.
Oj, vad lätt! Så jävla fistad han blir. Bra. Slår han med fisten hela tiden.
So the interesting thing as well about these two, if you look back to last year, the Tactical won this matchup 5-2. It wasn't the same player, of course, has been replaced, but he won 5-2, and he'll be looking to repeat that and get Berlin back into this game. They do lead still, but he won't want to give them any chance going into Forza Motorsport 2.
Absolutely. In fact, every round that Scantamila can pick up that the Tactical does not answer is going to bring them that much closer to possible victory despite their performance in the first two games. Let's get into the action here as the Tactical is in the danger zone. A whiffed throw by Scantamila. Tactical missed his, and Scat came right back in. 2-1.
Vad du leker med, vad händer?
Well, the Tactical's still looking strong.
And I feel like Heaton, the GM for Stockholm, is very confident with his player here. Let's see if he'll be able to perform in these final rounds. Great job by Scantamila off the recovery, but oh, there it is, the counter into the juggle. Nicely done. The wall damage as well. He finishes off for his third round.
Jävla snyggt!
If Scantamila happens to 5-1 his opponent, it will tie this game up. So already Scantamila coming on strong. It's a nice 7-hit combo, wall damage as well. Great counter from the Tactical to get out of that dangerous situation. But Scantamila does have the health advantage here. A few more hits, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be a full-fledged combo. It'll be a counter.
You know, he wasn't that impressive at the Combine. I have to stick that one out there right now. I didn't rate him at the Combine. Somehow he got picked up. Heaton saw something in him. Right now, he sees everything in him. He's 4-1 up, and he's on the verge of bringing it right back for Stockholm. This would tie it up if he wins this round.
On game-winning point here, Scatmilla. Basically, we need a win by the tactical in order for them to stay alive. If the tactical, or if Scatmilla picks this one up, we will be tied in the overall match score. Back to the action here as Scatmilla is sort of in danger after a nice throw by the tactical. He's down to about 20% remaining. Delayed hit comes out, mid-kick, and the high counter throw into the wall. He's got a headache, and the tactical has a round.
I just want to make a remark on that. There was a mention of get more aggressive, and that's exactly what the tactical did in that round. Got far more aggressive, and Scatmilla didn't like that.
No, he didn't, because he's answering right back. As we do see about a 5-6 hit combo coming out, he will get another throw. He's got his opponent up against the wall, and this is where he seems to perform best. The tactical does manage to get out of there with a nice launch, and now he's got his opponent up against the wall. One more hit will do it. Well, it's a counter by the tactical.
That's it. You're the champion. Show him. That's right in his face. He's nervous now.
3-4.
Get ready.
And the worst thing that the tactical could do right now is to be afraid of any counter that Scatmilla might be able to throw out. But here he goes. Scatmilla getting more aggressive. Maybe he was listening to his GM. Almost a perfect, and it is!
You know, at 4-1, you felt that if he could just nail that last round, that would have made it 16-16. And how crucial are those two rounds going to be? And how crucial are they going to prove to be in the final score of things?
After that exciting Dead or Alive male match, the score is much, much closer. Berlin still has the lead. It is 18-16. 2 points separate these two teams going into our final game, Forza Motorsport 2. And here is what they are going for, the coveted 2008 World Championship Trophy.
For the Berlin Alliance, these speed demons are engineered for excellence. It's Philippe Yggdrasil Vaillant and Erno Finpro Koronen. And driving the stock cars for the Stockholm Magnetic, they're a couple of Swede demons. Tomas Madness Torcell and Fabian Bryce Clement.
Forza Motorsport 2 is a premier racing game where drivers jockey for position at blistering speeds through a variety of courses around the globe. In the Championship Gaming Series, every match is a 4-car race between 2 drivers from each team. Team strategy is key. The drivers win 4 points for first place, 2 points for second, and 1 point for third. You can see the scores on your screens, and with only 2 points separating Berlin Alliance and Stockholm Magnetic, this is going to be intense. The outcome of the CGS EU final is only minutes away, and with only 2 points separating Berlin Alliance and Stockholm Magnetic, this is going to be intense.
Welcome back to the Championship Gaming Series EU. The #1 Berlin Alliance continues to do battle with the deadly talents of the Stockholm Magnetic, and there is only 2 points in it. Only one of these teams will survive to become the gaming champions of continental Europe. And right now, the gaming action is coming to a head. The score is 18-16 in favour of Berlin, with only one event left. Forza, it's time to hit the track.
Okay, let's have a look at the car colours for Forza Motorsport 2. Berlin will line up like this, in yellow with Yggdrasil, in purple with Finn Pro, light blue for Bryce, and light yellow for Madness.
Berlin, are you ready? Stockholm, are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
So underway we get in Forza Motorsport 2. It was Finn Pro who had the pole position, which is not always the best place to be on this particular racetrack either. We've had a huge smack right at the start of this race, and Madness somehow has broken out in front, but he's not all that far ahead. He's got 2 men right behind him. Bryce is now keeping his back as well, and that's a good start from Stockholm. 1-2.
Yeah, an even better start considering that Stockholm must take 2 of the top 3 places. If they don't, they're going to be in trouble.
Absolutely.
And first.
And they have to win. Absolutely right, DJ Wynn. They have to win the race, but they also have to get their second man in either second or third, and they will claim the entire lot. All match, the whole kick-a-boodle, the European Continental Championship, everything will be theirs. 3 laps of Forza Motorsport 2 is all that stops them right now. Bryce has been absolutely smacked in the back there and left for dead. And that is good news for Berlin Alliance right now. Madness leads, FinPro second, Yggdrasil third, but right now, that's the important position. Bryce is out of it and down in 4th place. He's got a huge gap to make up now, and that might just have been some great teamwork right there from Berlin Alliance.
Yeah, if he can't make it back, there's going to be no chance for this Stockholm team, so it's very important that he kicks in his driving skills into high gear and brings it home.
Last year in the 2007 PGR matchup between these two, Madness won that game against the odds back there. He really wasn't in tune with PGR at the time, and he was very, very early into his career, but he's a talented gamer. He picks up almost anything, and he's great with it. Forza's no exception, but the road was levelled a little bit this year for him, and that's why you see the speed. But he's made a mistake here, going down towards those second last turns, and that's allowed Berlin to creep up on him again. FinPro starting to cut into that lead, as is Yggdrasil, but they don't need to take any risks here, DJ Wheat. They don't need to win. Second and third would be very nice, thank you very much.
And considering some of the randomness of the crashes, it may be a smart path to take. You know, it's possible that they just say, Madness, congratulations, win your race, but we'll hold on to this second and third.
Absolutely.
It'll give us the win.
Yeah, that's a great point, because they don't have to do anything crazy right now. Down into the final lap then, into these very tight and twisty S's at the start of the lap, turns 1 through to 4. A right-hander exiting fast, some 125 miles an hour as they crest the hill. Madness leads still, FinPro still in second, Yggdrasil still third. Bryce, seemingly out of it in 4th place, has got to do something crazy this last lap to get himself back into contention and have any chance of bringing victory to Stockholm Magnetic. Remember, a win alone is not enough. Madness continues to lead though. Last few corners coming up. FinPro still holding on the second. They're not going to try and make the lead here. It's not going to happen for them. Down into the second last hairpin goes Madness. I don't think they're going to make any challenge on them. DJ Wheat, your thought?
No, I agree, Red Eye. There's no reason to make a challenge. They've got it in the bag if they just hold on to this position, and they should be happy with that.
Last 2 corners for Madness then. He comes through the last double apexer in turn 12. Down towards the end of this lap. It will be Madness that's going to win with a spin across the line, but it's not them that's going to win the European Continental title. It's Berlin Alliance again. What an incredible end. It came down to the wire yet again, and Berlin have won it again. Let's check out the final match scoreboard of this European Continental final. Berlin Alliance 21, Stockholm Magnetic, a brave 20. Fantastic game, fantastic matchup. My thanks and good night from DJ Wheat and myself, Emma.
Thank you very much. Congratulations indeed to the Berlin Alliance. Woo! They've got a guaranteed spot in the World Finals. The Berlin Alliance will go on to play the Birmingham Salvo, the winning team from the UK. The winner of that match will not only be able to say that they are the best in all of Europe, but will receive top seeding at the all-important Championship Gaming Series World Final, and that is going to be nail-biting. There's much more global action on its way. Feast your eyes on this. Next time, the Stockholm Magnetic will get one more chance to qualify for the Championship Gaming Series World Final. They'll go up against the London Mint, so tune in for more of gaming at its finest. See you then.
Catch the Fantastic Four as they come up against the Silver Surfer tomorrow night from 6:20 over on Sky Movies Premiere. And if you've got Sky Plus HD, it'll be all the more shiny. Next tonight here on Sky 2, Road Wars.